Cureño, KO Sports. We're here with the one and only Abel Sanchez, man. Good to see you at this beautiful boxing event. You know, Boxing Wags Association, Telly Swift, Deontay Wilder's wife, beautiful organization, kind of wants to put the word out about prostate cancer. Just tell me, you know, about this event and just how'd you do out there?
Actually, we did well. They organized a great golf tournament. It's for a good cause. I think our group was 12 under today. It may not rate because I'm sure there was a lot of better teams out there, but we played golf.
It sounds like it was fun. It sounds like you had a beautiful day out here.
Of course. Yeah, beautiful sunny day.
Yeah, beautiful, man. Talk about Deontay Wilder, man. It sounds like he wants to fight Andy Ruiz. That sounds like the fight they're trying to, you know, get together and make. How does that one play out? Wilder versus Ruiz. You had Andy Ruiz for a little bit, right?
I think he hurts Ruiz.
What like?
You know, Deontay has something that's God-given, that's impossible to teach. He hits you with a right hand, he puts you to sleep for a couple weeks. You know, everybody's fought. As soon as he lands a right hand, it's good night. And Andy's there to be hit. He's going to be hit. And if Deontay lands a shot, I think it's good night.
We'll see what happens. Hopefully, we even get the fight to begin with, right?
Yeah, I hope it happens because I think both guys have been inactive for a little while, so it's a good fight. I mean, they have to fight somebody has to fight in the heavyweight division. They can't just be sitting there and waiting.
Right.
So if it happens, I hope it does. But I do think that Deontay's right hand will be a big key in that fight.
Just looking at the heavyweight picture quickly, Tyson Fury versus Usyk. I mean, who knows? I feel like they'll eventually get it together. You know, but if that fight were to come to fruition, you know, who do you pick in that one?
Usyk is a great fighter. Usyk is a great technician. Great fundamentals, great foundation. But Tyson Fury is a special person, a special boxer, a special fighter. I just think it's going to be difficult to beat Tyson Fury.
I want to get to, you know, the big one we finally got. I want to say this is the first time I've spoken to you since it's kind of signed, sealed, delivered. Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford. I know I spoke to you before. You're big on Errol, which I love that you are. Just kind of remind fans, what is it and how early did you see from Errol what it is that you're like, this kid's special?
Yeah, when they came out of the Olympics, what was that, 12 I think it was, or 13 in there? I mean, the year 12, 13, yeah. Mm-hmm. I felt that Errol Spence and what the young man, Marcus Brown, I think is his name. I thought that they were the two best candidates to win a championship, to be world champions for a little while. Unfortunately, Marcus Brown has had some issues with his personal life. He was a world champion, but Errol Spence has done everything that I thought he was going to do. Unfortunately, he got derailed by that auto accident, but he's done everything I thought he was going to do. And I don't think he's even peaked yet. I think there's more to see from Errol Spence. And I think fighting guys like Terence, fighting guys at the top level there in the welterweight division is going to make him even better.
So what do you see as far as, obviously you see Errol winning that fight, but so how does he do it? Like visually, how do you see it?
I just think they're both very talented. Okay, but I think the bigger guy, the younger guy, the less miles that he has than Terence. I think that Terence is a good fighter, but 140 pounds is his weight with good welterweights, or should I say not good, great welterweights that I think Errol is.
How do you foresee Errol navigating the switch hitting?
I think it'll be half the fight will be very tactical. They're both guys trying to have each other make a mistake, but I just see Errol pulling away because of his size and because of his youth and because of his skills. And Crawford will try to switch him back and forth to confuse Errol, but I don't think that's going to help him.
Does Errol get the knockout against him?
No, I think it's a decision. Neither one of the guys is going to take a chance to make themselves vulnerable. I think that both guys will be very tactical, but I think Errol will win by the second part of the fight. We'll start winning rounds and put rounds in the bank, and it'll be maybe a 6, 8-4 or 7-5 kind of fight.
So I feel, and I don't know, maybe from a trainer's point of view you have a different eye, but I feel both guys don't like being the last one hit. They want to be the last one to have hit their opponent, right? Doesn't that lead to combustion, to where like a Hagler Hearns, like I'm not giving up, you're gonna give up?
Yeah, I don't think so, because neither one of the guys has shown that they want to be in a drag-out fight. Terence had a difficult time with Benavidez until the last part of the fight. I mean, he was being hit. You know, and I think that Errol is a little better fighter than Benavidez. And I'm not going to say youth, but I think miles, on their odometer is going to make a difference.
Can't wait. All those questions are going to be answered, right? We all get to see it finally because we've been waiting.
What date is that?
July 29th. So yeah,
maybe
a couple
I'll watch that
weeks
one.
here, about 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, maybe I'll watch that one.
Yeah. I know you're gonna watch. I know you don't watch a lot of boxing, but I know you'll be.
I'll watch Errol.
Yeah, you'll watch that one for sure. I want to switch gears. You probably even haven't heard because I know you're kind of not really ears to boxing a whole lot. But Canelo, it seems like he's going to be with PBC for the next 3 fights. Charlo seems to be the first one. Okay, you saw that. Yeah. So Canelo, Charlo, Canelo, look, decent.
Good fight. Good fight. Just Charlo hasn't been active enough to see, for us to see where he's at. Where he's at now versus where he was at when his last fought. Canelo's been the busier guy. I think Canelo right now is boxing. You know, he's the one making the money. He's the one dictating terms. He's the one doing the things that need to be done in the sport for their careers. Charlo's been waiting around for this payday, unfortunately, and he's such a good fighter. But as he had the chance to improve from, just like Demetrius Andrade, what a great fighter that is, but he just doesn't seem to fight, and we don't get to see the improvement. We don't get to see the maturity in their career like we've seen with Canelo.
It looks like it's a 3-fight deal, right? So Charlo seems like the first one. Obviously, we're all hopeful that Benavidez is one of the two.
He'll be the last one if he is. That's the toughest fight.
You think it's the last one?
It's the last one. That's the toughest fight. Okay. At 68, obviously, or Bivol would be the toughest fight if he came down to 68 and they fought him again. But that's the toughest fight at 68 for Canelo.
How does it play out? Do you? I feel like you've told me Benavidez before, but I don't remember.
Benavidez got a good chance of beating him, only because I think it's a scenario of Mayweather fighting Canelo when he was a kid, and I think Canelo's getting old in the tooth. So if Benavidez happens to beat him, it'll be very close. It won't be a knockout. It'll be very close, but he's probably the one that I think has got the best chance.
Hopefully, right? It's good news for all of us that he's, working with that side and everything. Just lastly, man, I don't know if you saw this, but it looks like Triple G relinquished his final belt. He's now no longer a champion at all.
That's unfortunate.
Is it? What's your opinion about it?
That's unfortunate because I think that being a champion comes with responsibilities, and people trusted you and entrusted you with their belts, their championship belts. Maybe his interest is not what it used to be, and I respect that. We all have to do what's best for us, but it's unfortunate that it had to be with no fanfare. No, he just went on with a whimper, gave up everything, and that's sad because what a great fighter. A great fighter.
It was a great fight. Do you feel he fights ever again? I mean, is that the last we've seen of Triple G, you think?
By giving up the belts, unless there's a Mayweather or there's a fight that's just super, super big, I don't see him fighting again. There's no reason for him to fight anymore, But he did have belts and did have responsibilities to the organizations that he won the belts from. But he doesn't need to fight anymore. We all see him as a great fighter, and he's always going to be a great fighter. I would hate to see him go out with a loss like Ray did towards the end of his career.
So is that what you mean? Maybe he should have kind of had a defense of the belt and then
not necessarily a defense. When he won the belt, and now he's champion again. If this was his intention, because he didn't just make this decision today or yesterday. He's a smart man. I'm sure he had his career planned out already, and if he won the belts, okay, I'm gonna retire as a champion. Joe Calzaghe, just retires as champion, not undefeated, but retires as a champion. Calzaghe was. I'm talking about Canelo.
Oh, right.
Retires as a champion. Thank you very much. I'm going to call it a career. It's not something decision he made yesterday. Like I said, it was something that he made a long time ago. And he's got a good family. I mean, he's got a family. He's got 3 children. He needs to do what's best for him.
Definitely. Abel, thank you so much for your time. Oh, just real quick, I just thought about it. Inoue versus Fulton. That's a great fight at 22. Inoue coming up.
Okay, that's a fight that could be interesting for Fulton because does Inoue bring up the...
We're going to see. This is his first fight.
It's a great fight for Fulton, I think. He may beat him.
Fulton might.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of, I mean, that puts Fulton kind of high on the pound for pound, because the new is at least in the top 3-ish for most people.
At 18 and 15 and 12, down the lower weights. 22 is a different, that sometimes make a big difference. You're talking about a bigger man that can take his shots. We'll see how he does. And Fulton's a good fighter, man.
It's going to be great. Yeah. That's a good. We got boxing's back, brother. Yeah. Boxing's back. Yeah. Abel, tell the fans where they can follow you, brother, what you're up to.
Well, I'm retired now. I sold my gym. So now I'm just trying to spend time with my family and spend time with my grandkids. But I'm doing some commentating for Tom Loeffler on his 360 shows, UFC Fight Pass. But other than that, I'm just trying to keep low.
Hey, man.
Play golf.
Yeah, exactly. But still sharp as a tack. Definitely the boxing mind is fresh on there, man. Thank you so much for your time. Much appreciated.
Thank you very much.